Welcome to the Piston Fanatic. I'm your host, Dave Dalton, and I'm excited to share my passion and perspective of our Detroit Pistons as we go on this fantastic voyage together. I've been a diehard Piston fan since the days of Dave Bing and Bob Lanier. I've also been the varsity basketball coach of a very successful program in northern Michigan. I want to thank all of you for listening. Please subscribe. Well, tonight, Piston fans, we dropped a heartbreaker, a gut-wrenching 108-107 to the Hornets. They made a putback at the buzzer, Brandon Miller, and we got him to take a tough shot. They took a long three and they missed it, and all we had to do was box out. Beasley missed the box out, and they got the rebound and put it in right at the horn. And so that was a game we should have won. To be honest with you, we played a lackluster game, and we had the opportunity to win our third in a row for the first time in 3.5 years. We could have won. We could have upped our win total to 4 wins, and it was just a weird game. I mean, we just came off the emotional win against the Lakers, and then we go to Charlotte, and they they were missing their two bigs. Their two bigs did not play. So I saw Jack Kelly, who's going to be on his podcast. He has something on Twitter, a live show. It'll be on. He's on after every game, so it's a really good show. But he tweeted out before the game that Mark Williams and Nick Richards were not going to play tonight, and I tweeted back to him. I said, Cade and Ivy are going to get to the rim all night, and then I said, and Duran will be able to dominate inside. And then what happens? Cade starts out the game. He makes 7 of his first 9 shots. 7 of 9. He had a triple double tonight, but he made 7 of his first 9 shots. Got to the rim with no resistance. He just drove in every time, and he knew he had nothing to worry about. He made 7 out of 9 shots. What does he do the rest of the game? He's 2 for 14 the rest of the game. And so I love Cade. I'm Cade's biggest fan, but it's just he has to be better than that. He can't go 2 for 14 at the end. I mean, 7 for 9 is tremendous, and you can't expect that, but he just didn't do it at the end. And I know he would tell you the same thing. And triple doubles are cool, but I think sometimes they're overrated. I mean, I'm thrilled that it's a good accomplishment, but 2 for 14 at the end, that's just not good enough when your star player does that. And so yeah, it was very frustrating. It just seemed like we had no energy, and it just seemed like we just didn't have played with any urgency, and we were, the game was close. Well, Charlotte does not play with urgency. Charlotte does not always play hard. Charlotte plays in stretches. They take stupid bad shots, and LaMelo takes stupid bad shots, but he was bad for the game. It was 10 for 23 and 5 for 12 on threes. But what does he do? At the end of the game, he scores 15 in the fourth. He makes a step back three he shoots a deep three, then he makes a step back three, and then he makes a layup at the end of the game. But the thing is, Ron Holland, at the end of the game, we're down, and there's less than 20 seconds left, so they could have run the clock out. But we play tough defense. We're real aggressive. Coach JB puts Holland in the game, which great move, JB. And we come up with a steal. Holland comes up with a steal, drives it to the rim, tough shot, spins, lays it in over top of somebody, puts us up by 1 with 6 seconds to go. And so they have it out on the side. They have a hard time getting it in. It might have been as close to a 5-second call, but they throw it in, and they get it to Grant Williams, and he's who you would want to shoot the ball. And he shoots a 3 and he misses it, and we just can't come up with the rebound, and they put it in. Like I said, Brandon Miller's a great player. He scored at the buzzer, and so heartbreaking, man. Should have won that game. We had all those games that we played against those really good teams, and we lost. And like I said, Charlotte, they're 30th in the league in defense, 30th in the league. And I'm going to tell you, Ivy had another great game tonight, but he does not get touches all the time. And I get so frustrated when somebody like Beasley has been pathetic the last 5 games or so. And tonight, 2 for 11, 1 for 7. But that guy wants to shoot it. He wants to shoot it really bad when he gets it every time. And I get all worked up, but he had 5 assists. So he usually has no assist or 1 assist, but he did pass some tonight. But he can't wait to shoot every time he touches it. And it's okay when he's hitting, and you can't just stop shooting. But when you're struggling that bad, and it's not just one game. He's been bad for 5 games in a row, and we still got the same problem. Tobias had a good game, 7 for 12. That's really good, but 0 for 3 on threes. And the premium shot in the NBA that everybody wants are open corner threes. and Tobias gets those all the time, and he's shooting 18%, 18% on threes, and he's our floor spacer. Another big thing though, D-ball Paul, he balled out. Duren, so here's another reason. So we win this game on so many levels. Duren, I thought was going to dominate the game. When I heard Mark Williams and Nick Richards weren't going to play, I thought Duren is going to just dominate. And what happened 7 minutes into the game, he hurt his ankle. And remember that last year he hurt his ankles early in, well, his rookie year. He was hurt, and it's always been his ankles, it seems like. And so he played only 7 minutes. And if he could have been on the court the whole game, it would have been different. But B-Ball Paul wouldn't have got the chance to do what he did. And I was a big proponent. Before we even signed him, I wanted him. And once we got him, I predicted that he was going to do great in the preseason and training camp and get an opportunity. And he didn't get an opportunity. But tonight, 12 minutes, 6 for 6 from the floor, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, a block. And he said after the game, it was a great feeling to be out on the court. Well, it's hard for guys, and it's hard. I'm not saying Duren and Stu are good, and so what do you do when you're the coach? But we're playing against Taj Gibson, 39-year-old Taj Gibson. He played 15 minutes tonight and was 3 for 4 from the court on the floor. But he can't block a shot. He's like Stu can. Stu, if he gets his steps and times it right, he can get up. But usually he can't just get up quick. But Taj Gibson couldn't get up at all, so Cade just could get to the rim. But they really started clamping down on him, and he just struggled. I don't know why he didn't. I wish he would have even shot his mid-range, but he was 0 for 4 on threes, so it just is heartbreaking. That was a game that got away. We had, like I said, it was a golden opportunity. We were on a roll, and that's, I guess, the growing pains of having a young team. But it is exciting to see Holland make big play at the end of the game. It's exciting to see Paul Reed have, show that he can contribute. Anyway, Hardaway had another really good night. And he actually, I like the stat line. 31 minutes, 5 for 10, 3 for 7, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 13 points. That is everything we need. And of course, you can't expect him to be that great every night, but that is a great stat line. So Tobias, again, he played good. 32 minutes, 7 for 12. He got in foul trouble again. He's been getting in a lot of foul trouble. Somehow he leaks out on the break, and so we throw the ball down to him, and he scores in transition quite a bit. But the 3-point shot is a mystery. But he had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 14 points. That's a really good game. And except 18% on threes, something's got to change there. So. Yeah, it's too bad Duren had 3 rebounds in his 7.5 minutes, but Ivy, 34 minutes, 8 for 16. He goes long stretches without getting opportunities to touch the ball, and it's painful for me when he is out on the court and Beasley's jacking up shots when he can't make them. Again, I like Beasley, and and before the season started, I will not lie, I like Beasley better than Hardaway, but when you're cold, you got to take just open shots. That's what happens. You still have to shoot, but you don't rush to shoot, and you don't shoot hard contested threes when you're moving. You take easier ones. Another big thing that happened tonight. Fontecchio had a good game, really good game. Only 20 minutes, but he was 3 for 4, 1 for 2 on threes, 5 rebounds, 7 points in only 20 minutes. So we had guys that have struggled, and they stepped up. Stu, solid game again, 26 minutes, 3 for 6, 0 for 1 on threes, wide open. He missed a wide open 3 right after he missed 2 free throws. Of course, he was wide open on the free throws, but he had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block, and only 1 turnover. So that's a great game. And I give you Paul Reed stats, but we shot 49% from the floor, but only 31% on threes. We were 5 for 9 on free throws, and they were 16 for 16 on free throws. So that hurts. That hurts when another team gets to outscore you by 11 from the free throw line. So we rebounded well, but we did not rebound by the margin we usually don't do. But of course, Duren wasn't playing, but it was 51 to 52. We had 52 rebounds. They had 51, but we only had 10 turnovers. And the sickening thing is, I think 4 of the turnovers were offensive fouls that were just uncalled for offensive fouls. Tobias is dribbling the ball up the court after he got a rebound. Somebody's all over him, and so he just throws his hand into him. Beasley got a steal and just went into somebody. Stu got another offensive foul just away from the ball, not even on the play. He just likes to push people, and they nailed him. But those turnovers hurt, because you're not even part of the play, and they're turning the ball over. But anyway, I very disappointed. It was, like I said, it was a golden opportunity. We're on a roll, and if you win that game by 1 point, we are sky high. Like I said, 3 in a row, 4 wins in the season, 4 out of 6 or whatever. Not 4 out of 6, but we're off to with a great start. But we just, you can't afford to lose those. If you want to make the playing tournament at the end of the season, if you want to be, you just got to win games like this. And so we go at it again on Friday. So I am going to be out of town. I'm going to be driving downstate on Friday, and I'm going to see my daughter and her family. And on Sunday, I'm going to take my family to the Rockets game. I love watching the Rockets play because the men plays, and then because the men plays like Asar, but sadly Asar is not going to be playing. So I will not be on the air Friday, and I will not be on the air on Sunday unless I come home and get home late, because I'm going to drive home right from the game, and I could do a podcast after the game. We'll see what happens there, but I will be Friday maybe on Jack Kelly's live show that's after every game. So anybody can be on that show. He's asked me to be on it, which I felt honored to do. And I talk about my great fans and tell them how great you guys are. And but you just have to direct message him. Follow him on Twitter. He's a great follow on Twitter. He puts out lots of stats and some good videos too. So follow him on Twitter and watch his show. And like I said, I will be on it. I don't know if I'll be on it on Sunday afterwards, but I know I will be on it on probably on Friday. So thank you for listening. And when we lost all these games, last year we won 3 games already this year. And all of you remember, we won our 3rd game last year on December 30th. So I guess, I don't know. I just very frustrated. We just didn't bring it. We just didn't play with intensity or urgency. I don't know. We were like going through the motions halfway, and we just should have hammered them. If we would have played with half the intensity that we played against the Lakers, we win this game going away. It's not even close. So, but again, thank you for listening. I appreciate every one of you, my good listeners and faithful listeners. Be the reason that somebody feels loved, and go Pistons.